Oh, for the love of Pete, will you tell us who freaking won already? Stone here with the moment you've all been waiting for. Sorry about the delay. So the quick short version of what happened. Basically, I screwed up one of the clues in my contest and it was wrong the whole time. So I wasn't as clever at stumping y'all as I thought I was. I'll tell you about the screw up in a moment. But thank you to that's right, Bartholomew J. Simpson, the yellow man himself, who is the longest running sitcom ever. That's right, Bart Simpson. He's the one who pointed out the flaws, the errors of my way. So anyway, thank you for that, my brother. So because of that, whole new video. The video of that was up a minute ago, or a while ago, a few days ago, 10 people saw it before I took it down. He got to me pretty quick to let me know. So I'm still going to go, even though I screwed up the clue. The whole contest was whoever gets the closest to naming the location of my thick card wins. We still had somebody that got really close. So we're still going to have a winner. I'll make it up to you, though, by having another contest. Oh, reach, stretch. I'll be giving away rock, paper, lies. I'll tell you about that contest later. Much later in a whole different video. But just so you know, we're going to have another contest with another giveaway very soon. We also have coming up as a giveaway Exquisite by Michael Amar and Dirk Losander. That will be coming soon. So look forward to that. Anyway, on to the business at hand. Let me first show you the original video that I sent that was the beginning of the contest. So watch that clip right now. Hey gang, it is time to play Guess Where Jeff's Thick Card Is. Well, it's right there. But we're going to have a little bit more fun than that. If you guess where Jeff's Thick Card is, you get a free copy of Liam Montier's Thick Card Project right here from Big Blind Media. So, here's the game, folks. First, let's mix the deck up a little bit here. Oh, I don't know. That looks good to me. Let's cut and put my thick card right there. So now you get to guess where in the deck is my thick card. What two cards did I put it between? Clue number one is right there. So as you saw at the end of the clip there, I showed you the three of spades. And I said that was clue number one. Then I told you that clue number two was on Facebook. Okay, this is the clue that I screwed up. But this is what the clue was supposed to be. The clue was supposed to be my deck has 23.7 times more queens than a normal deck. But I left off the word times somehow. I don't know what happened there. And I reread that thing, made sure I didn't screw it up, and I reread it and looked at it, and I never caught that. And thank you, Bartholomew Simpson, for pointing that out to us. And so so what it says over there is my deck has 23.75 more queens than normal. Well, that would mean my deck has 27.75 queens. That doesn't work. What I should have said was, like I said a minute ago, it has 23.75 times more queens than a normal deck. And if you do that math, 23.7, whatever number I said, I should have said 23.75, right? Times 4 equals 95. That's the clue that you should have got. That there's 95 queens in my deck. So, what does that mean? Well, there's an old story that says 8 kings threatened to save 95 queens for 1 sick jack. Or the old one said knave, but today we use jack. That's a mnemonic for a memorized deck. 8 kings threatened, 310. 2 save, which is the 7. 95 or 95 queens. 4 as in FOR, 4, but in this case that represents the number 4. 1 or an ace. sick jack. And if you don't like the ace there, the one there, you can say A. So 8 kings threatened to save 95 queens for a sick jack, and that A would be the ace. So that's the mnemonic. That's the memorized order of the cards, and they go in clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds order. If you're familiar, it's another old stack like the Cy-Stebbins stack, whereas the Cy-Stebbins there's not really a mnemonic. This one there's a mnemonic to remember the story, and it's a little bit more hidden because it's random cards seemingly. So that was clue number 2. So the point was to let you know that this deck is in a stacked order, because a deck that's not in a stacked order, the number of possible ways that a deck could be shuffled. In fact, I'll show you right now on the screen. I'll try to squeeze it in right there. It's pretty. Let me scoot over a little bit. It's a pretty big number. That number right there, huge number, I can't even pronounce it, is the number of possible combinations that a deck of cards could be shuffled into. Which means theoretically that every time a deck of cards has been shuffled in the history of shuffles, it's never been shuffled like that. Of course, there are going to be cases where it gets shuffled the same way, but that's theoretically. You could shuffle the deck of cards your entire life and never get a duplication. So for you to know just in a randomly shuffled deck any 2 cards next to each other, just no way. Now, knowing my deck is in 8 kings order doesn't guarantee that you're going to know, but my first clue, the 3 of spades, helps you to know. And how does it help you to know? Well, if you saw where I cut the deck, which was truly a random spot, I really didn't know where I was putting it. If you saw where I cut the deck, and then I turned the deck over and showed you the 3 of spades, and you can tell that I roughly cut it about in the middle, then doing the progression of the order of the cards, you can guesstimate your way to a very, very close guess to what the location of the card is. I did give a third clue, which I'm not going to bother showing you the clip for, but you know, at the beginning of each of my videos I do a stupid little, we'll call it a bit, before my logo flashes. Well, in one of the follow-up videos, the bit was just me simply saying, "You are sick." Very subtle clue, but it's the sick, which would hopefully, that tied in with the 95, might lead you to know that this was a 8 kings threatened to save 95 queens for a sick knave or jack. So now, the fact that I screwed up the number of instead of saying 23.75 times as many queens, and I just said 23.75 more queens, to be able to figure out this stack was almost impossible. Somehow 5 people did. Maybe they hallucinated the word times, or they got lucky, or what, I'm not sure. Or maybe just the other clue of the sick was enough with the, I don't know. I have no idea how they got it, or if they just got super lucky. But I don't think that they got lucky, because all 5 people made multiple guesses, and each of their guesses were possible in an 8 kings deck. So I don't think that they somehow figured out it was an 8 kings deck. I don't know how, because my clues were screwed up. Anyway, long story short, we had a winner of the 5. These are the 5 names right here. John Keever, Thomas Knox, Benny Weber, Jason Morales, and Mark Pouch. Those are the 5. I hope I didn't say winners. I did not mean to say 5 winners. The 5 people who got the right, knew it was an 8 kings deck. So sorry if I got you all excited by saying 5 winners. So those 5 people got very close. Very close. Well, I'll say this. Those 5 people knew it was an 8 kings deck. One of them got extremely close. One of them said, so I'm going to show on my screen right now where my card is, right there. See it? Between the 9 of clubs and the 5 of hearts is my joker. That's the joker's the thick card. The guess that we had that came the closest was 5 of hearts, queen of spades. Off by 1. And if you're Kenton Nepper, that's good enough, folks. And since I own the entire inventory of Kenton Neppers, I'm going to go with that's good enough. And again, the contest was whoever got the closest. So the person who did that, Mark Pouch, congratulations. You just won yourself the Thick Car Project from Big Blind Media and Liam Montier. So send me a private message on Facebook, and I will send me your address, your mailing address. Sorry, my brain went in two directions there. Send me your mailing address, and I will send you that. Thanks for playing, folks. Thanks for your patience. Thank you, Brother Simpson, for pointing all this out to me and making me redo the. Well, you didn't make me, but I decided to redo the video. And so, thanks for playing, guys. I really do apologize for having such a screwed up clue in there. So, the rock, paper, scissors one will be a lot easier to win. Or if I do make it a little bit of a puzzle, I'll be a little bit more gooder with my clues. So, you know the drill. Click it, thumbs up it, share it, and come on, listen to it. Yeah, some Aerosmith from the 80s. Loving an Elevator. So, you know, Aerosmith was big in like the 70s. And then the 80s came along and they kind of just, as my 4-year-old say, dipped a beard, which is code for disappeared. And then all of a sudden, I always forget which one that is. Suddenly, Run DMC comes out with Walk This Way. And foolishly, many people thought that Run DMC created that song. But then you watch the video, and it is a battle between Run DMC in one room, like rapping, singing it, and then in the wall right next to it is Aerosmith singing it, and he's just belting it out, screaming with this typical Steve Tyler stuff going on. And they're like fighting, like the louder Run DMC gets, the louder Steve Tyler gets, and it's a battle between the wall. Then finally they kick the wall down, and they end up coming together and singing it together. And it just rocked. It's the best version of Walk This Way ever. But that re-put them on the map, if that's such a thing. It put them back on the map. And suddenly everybody that grew up, not like me, I didn't know Aerosmith in the 70s. I was born in 72. So I didn't know them. My introduction to them was that video. And then suddenly I go back and look at their old stuff. I'm like, holy crap, man, where have these guys been all my life? But in the 80s, they finally got back on the map with Run DMC, and they started busting out albums again all the way through into the 90s. I don't think they've done anything in the 2000s, but maybe a couple. But anyway, shut up, dude. This video is 12 minutes long already. It's enough. Tune in to our next review. Like, I don't know when whatever day you're on, but I guarantee you tomorrow there'll be another video up with a review. Thanks for watching. Peace out.